If you have stopped watching news or find it totally maddening, you are probably aware that there seems to be an increasing polarization of people, politics, religion, and culture. It does not have to be that way for you. Hello, I am Dr. Don W. Jones, and I welcome you to my tidbit talk that I am calling Finding Harmony in a Polarized World. This is one of a series of bits of wisdom from my book, Finding True Inner Comfort. Interestingly, the way to finding harmony in a land of polarization is about understanding the qualities of polarity itself. My understanding of polarity is found in my book, which is based on the principles of the ancient philosophies of the Kabbalion. Here's a bit from the Kabbalion principle of polarity. Everything is dual, everything has poles. Everything has pairs of opposites. From this, we know that duality is the idea that we see things as this or that. It is yes or no, black or white, good or bad, best or worst, winner or loser. Polarity is duality plus the inclusion of all things in between. It is this and that, black and white, and all the shades of gray. What we like best and what we fear most, and that which we have no preference, is also included. So how does this apply to the polarized world that we live in today? Simply put, the more fear can also mean the more hate. The more we focus upon our fears, the more likely we find temporary comfort in extremes. Black or white, left or right, love or hate. If we move away from fear, more toward love, toward what feels safe, we are operating in the grays of life. The ultimate truth is that having to choose between two extremes is kind of distasteful. It's unsatisfying. It would be like shopping for a new car only to discover that you have two choices: a new high-end two-seater sports car or a used minivan. Those two choices could be maddening for most of us. The answer is found somewhere else, and in the real and rational world, there are thousands of kinds of cars to choose from. The world is unlimited. While the extremes may feel safe in some ways, and the middle seems uncomfortably new, it is accepting that all degrees of any controversy have value, especially those in the middle. To get to a place in the middle, one key thing has to happen. This simple but not easy thing is to remain judgment-free of all the extremes. And it may not even be pleasing to you. It would be to remain without judgment of the two extremes and to allow yourself to be open-minded for new ideas, flexibility in thought, and willingness to let the unknown be known. Consider these statements that I make in Finding True Inner Comfort. It is important to remember that any given unpleasant aspect of life is simply a point. It is not good or bad except by perception. If we find that we are uncomfortable with something, we can know that it will be changing as the result of causes and effects. We have the freedom to choose to abstain from judgment. When you come down to it, most things don't really warrant the effort it takes to judge them and then emotionally react to them. Finding peace and harmony in a land of familiar, combative extremes is being willing to find comfort in the area between the poles. It is way more than that in actuality, but it is a great place to start if you find yourself cringing, crying, aghast, or flabbergasted by the evening news. In the end, we do not need to judge the actions of those who are ranting about the extreme left or raving about the extreme right. We can focus on somewhere in the middle where a rational, agreeable state of mind exists. Ultimately, it is not the people at the extremes that cause our frustrations. It is our opinions about those people and their all or nothing, all right or all wrong ideas. At this point, I want to invite you to help spread the word of these ideas so that more people embrace this idea that I have, that the world could be a better place if we're more in the middle. Please like, comment, and share this tidbit so that more people can find harmony in a seemingly polarized world. If you're interested in knowing more about comforting aspects of the principle of polarity or in finding true inner comfort, I welcome you to my website, drdonwjones.com. Finally, I leave you with an affirmation to put judgment in its place. I accept that life is full of the energies of this and that, and know that judging anything as this or that is unproductive. I thank you for joining me.